Who could turn an inspiring event at a local diner into a nearly $1 million nonprofit organization that's making a difference in people's lives? Our Stan Golden man of action, Hank Alterman, did. Learning that his breakfast server couldn't attend college for lack of funds, Hank realized what our society would miss because young talent like this could not access advanced education. So he took the lead and with family, friends, and clients, created the Scholarship Fund. This is what Hank calls the most important investment he ever made. Recently, Hank is retired from his law practice and has turned over leadership of the fund to philanthropist and broadcast journalist Scott Murray. Hank is assured it will continue and expand far into the future. So look around. The next engineer, healthcare worker, teacher, or lawyer could be one of those 70-plus Dallas area students who received an educational leg up with the help of Hank Alterman. Great job, Hank. In case you've just landed from Mars, let me introduce you to Dale Hansen, who has kept us laughing and crying through some of the most dramatic sports and news-related stories in recent decades. Dale's famous career in front of the camera is matched by the many community services he has championed behind the scenes. Throughout his career, he has promoted outstanding young student athletes who excelled in the classroom as well as in sports. He has won a considerable amount of professional acclaim, like the Peabody and DuPont Columbia Awards, and in recent years has become famous for his commentaries widely viewed on YouTube, touching on matters such as racism and domestic violence. Dale retired in late 2021, but happily, his influence is still out there, not just for journalism, but for education and sportsmanship. What an outstanding man of action. There are no more effective social workers than those who have lived in the shoes of their clients. Harrell Jr., through his Men of Nehemiah in South Dallas, provides what he himself needed as a young man, a caring service that deals with the whole man, not just his addiction. In addition to leading his mission, Lewis has been a volunteer at the Community Technology Center. He is also an after-school tutor for students at risk. The use of biblical discipleship, clinical treatment, and military-style leadership training make up the formula that can bring wholeness to these individuals and to their communities. Lewis Jr., a Stan Golden man of action, has turned his efforts into healing work for those with the most complex challenges. We applaud you, Harrell Jr. When you arrive in the United States from halfway around the world, you face many challenges: language, career development, and cultural differences among them. Dr. Harbans Lal met all of them and has made a difference in both the medical and academic worlds with great honor. He became the chairman of the Department of Pharmacology and Neuroscience at the North Texas Health Science Center, where he edited monthly research journals and published over 1,000 papers and 30 books. As a Sikh scholar, Dr. Lal has held many positions at universities and has been a leader in many interfaith groups, including the Interfaith Council at Thanksgiving Square. A man of innovation, he has 2 blogs, Seeking Wisdom and Tapestry of Memories. We join with many faith groups as we proclaim that our man of action is truly an American success story. How do you measure every precious moment of your life? In days, months, years? Our man of action, Richard Miles, had many of those times stolen from him by false accusation, faulty prosecution, and jail time for a crime he did not commit. While grateful to the Innocence organization in Princeton, New Jersey that helped free him, Richard was not content to simply disappear into the shadows. He founded Miles of Freedom to assist families and communities that have been impacted by incarceration. In September 2021, the Richard Miles Act was passed in Texas to address accountability and timely disclosure of evidence. Richard began work on his degree in business administration at Paul Quinn College in the fall of 2020 and serves on several community service boards. He was named one of the top 10 CNN heroes, but he is one of our special heroes too. He is a Stan Golden man of action. Who would believe that this man for all seasons, this Renaissance man, would be a specialist in law enforcement? Senior Corporal Moncibais, Monty, this man of action, has done so much. He developed Stage Right to bring neighborhood youths access into the arts. He expanded the Torch Run for Special Olympics, organized the Red Ribbon campaign against drug use, and helped identify some deadly forms of opiates. While exemplifying the definition of peace officer by bringing community trust to the men in blue during his 50 years in uniform, Monty and his wife set aside time to be active in just about every theatrical, artistic, and musical organization in this area. We add our admiration to the 110 official commendations Monty has received, along with his award for saving the life of a potential suicide. How lucky we've been to have Monty as our protector and as our Stan Golden Man of Action honoree.